Hello everyone, wonderful morning, wonderful afternoon, and wonderful evening. So this is me, Jafri Lansing Valley. I am a student of Rehan School, Kurungi campus. I am reading class 7. My class name is the Future Navigators. So today we have the very honorable and grateful guest whose name is Jahanveer Piarwara. So thank you, sir, for your valuable time and come in my show.
Thank you very much. I'm honored. You called me. It's fabulous that I'm here on in your show.
Okay, you're most welcome. So, sir, could you please introduce yourself?
Well, this is Captain Retired Jahanzeb Hashmi Piarwala. I got birth in Karachi, but soon after my birth, I was taken to Lahore. There I stayed till my ninth grade, and I started my class one from Beacon House and studied there till class six. Then I left Beacon House and joined Custom Public School, and in ninth I also left Customs Public School Lahore and went to Multan as my family shifted to Multan. There I did my metric, and after doing my metric, I went to Karachi alone, and there I stayed with one of my cousins and did FSC from there. National from PCHS Education Foundation Government Science College, and after doing FSC, I came back to Multan and joined Government Science College in BSc third year, pre medical. And during my tenure in third year, uh, my friend came to me and he said, "Why not to join the army?" So we applied in the army. I got selected, and in April 91, I joined Pakistan Military Academy Kakul for getting training to become a commissioned officer. In 93, I got commissioned and I stayed in the army for 4 years, and I was posted to Multan in 11 Cavalry Frontier Force. And due to some medical issues, I was boarded out of the army. It was God's will, Allah's will. I never wanted, but He had better designs for me. So I left the army, and initially I went to Lahore for only a year, and then I moved to Karachi and got married, had a son, and joined security companies on managerial positions. Then I joined Pakistan International Container Terminal, stayed there for 5 years as Deputy Manager Administration and Security. I got a chance to join IBM International Business Machine. I joined there as an admin head, admin officer, and uh, di- worked there for 3 years. And then I rejoined Marine Group and worked there for 6 years. And then I left Marine Group. And since past 1 year, I am working for Rehan Foundation and as a project consultant. This is the whole background and introduction.
Wonderful. So, my next question on the screen, could you tell us about your motivation and what drive you to work towards helping people come out of extreme poverty?
Well, since my childhood, I am a kind hearted person. And when I see someone in agony or someone in problem or someone sad or someone in grief, my heart is always gets disturbed. I always want to help others since my childhood. And here, once I joined Rehan Foundation, I got the chance to practically help people. Previously in my life, I was just whatever in my capacity, I used to do give alms and whatever to please Almighty Allah and to you know help others is basically primarily the motive is to please Almighty Allah. And in that pursuit, I want to lead my life. And this is the motivation behind helping others that I know that if you help others, irrespective of caste, creed, and religion, and color, and gender, the Almighty Allah is pleased because He loves every human being more than 70 mothers. Comparing comparative to mother's love for his for her child, 70 times more. Almighty Allah loves His human being. So that is why I help others and try to help others and is motivated to alleviate poverty from this world.
Okay. My next question on the screen. How do you believe your efforts align with your goal of pleasing Allah through your work for His people?
How do you believe your efforts align with your goal of pleasing Allah through your work for His people? Yes, as I told you right now, that Allah is pleased when we please His humans, His creation, the best of all the creation, because He loves them very much, irrespective of caste, creed, gender, color, and state of their wealth, their material gain, anything. He loves every human being. He may be in Africa, he may be in Amazon jungle, he may be in America, North America, he may be in Pakistan, he may be in India, he may be sitting in a mandir, a temple, he may be sitting in a mosque, he may be sitting anywhere. He loves every human being because he is the owner of the universe. He just do not like those people who are uh, no, evil perpetrators who are evil perpetrators who incite bad things. So I want to help others because I want to please him. Yes.
Okay, all right. So, what specific steps or initiatives do you think are essential for effectively addressing and reducing extreme poverty? Hello, sir. Hello. Hello, sir. Are you hearing?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Sir, so my next question on the screen. So
There's
please
some
read
problem
and
in the
answer.
internet. What specific steps or initiatives do you think are essential for effectively addressing and reducing extreme poverty? The spread of education, and Almighty Allah has been so kind that He has given 150 million telephones, mobile phones, to our nation Pakistan. And if we make the correct use of these phones, as Rehan Alawala is teaching and emphasizing the correct use by making Pakistan a digital literate country, nation, and with the help of mobile phones and laptops, IT technology, we can make every citizen of Pakistan capable enough to be self sufficient, self reliant by earning money and foreign exchange from the use of IT technology. And therefore, he is, uh, spending his utmost effort and time to make everybody understand that the salvage is only in digitalization. And I agree with him, I stand by him, and therefore I also say that if we will try to spread education in the entire country, and we are running a school, Rehan School, Kurangi campus, in one of the slum areas of Karachi, Kurangi, and the students in our school does not come from very rich backgrounds, financially rich backgrounds, but the confidence we are giving to them, and the curriculum what we are teaching is not the academia. What we are teaching is how to be confident. Communicating skills are being taught to them, and they are being taught how to present themselves, how to collaborate, and they are being taught how to be, fearless, and how to be confident to put across their thoughts to other person, pitch their products by why we are teaching them to do graphic designing. We are teaching them to do how to make Canva designs and put their products on Upwork and Fiverr, and we are teaching them that they are not only limited to their goal of attaining materialism. They are big human beings. They are useful. We are making trying to groom them as useful citizens of the world, and therefore we are teaching them what the problems faced by the world, like the pollution, the climate change, the deforestation, the scarcity of drinking water, and the energy crisis, and whatever there is, which country the world is confronted with, like cyber security problem also. So we have given them Wala Wali, and we are trying to teach them that this is how uh, they should upfront take the situation as an opportunity. So we want that such like our pattern of education should be copied and replicated by others also, and this is what we are trying to do, and this is how poverty will end, inshallah.
Okay, my next question on the screen. Can you share a personal experience or story that reinforced your commitment to this cause?
Yes, I can share a personal experience. Yes, you know, uh, my family around me was very educated, but my father and myself and my sister, my father, and my mother, we four were not very financially very well off. Uh, uh, in the initial time, my father was very quite financially well off, but he did a business and he had a loss in it, and all of his assets were sold, and he came to road, like what we say in Urdu, that he came to the road, and all his assets were sold out. So we were very poor. So I know what is poverty. I know that when you do not have enough resources with which you can fulfill your desires, and when your desires are your necessities, and that too, if you're not able to fulfill, then it becomes very difficult for a person to restrain himself from getting frustrated. So Almighty Allah had been very kind that just after my FSC, I was given this opportunity to join the army, and thereon I was able to fulfill all my desires. And but initially, I had this thing, so it was my own experience. I never wanted that such kind I should possess this kind of life, and neither I want anybody else in the world to long for something and cannot get it. So I want everybody should get whatever they want to get. So this is it. So my personal experience is that I have seen poor people also, poor societies. I have been living with them, and I know it's too hard to be uh, in their shoes. And like what we see when we go on to roam about in the city, when we go on a signal in hot summers and hot afternoon, and there are children barefooted and roaming and walking on the road and asking for help, and these children, they are they're not well fed, they are they're hopeless and helpless. So I don't like them to be like that. I want they should be, they should achieve comforts, and they should get comforts. This is what I think.
All right. So, how do you envision measuring the success of your efforts in poverty alleviation?
Very much, very much, because right now I get response. I am on media. I'm talking everywhere, and everybody's talking. To whom I meet, people are talking about how to resolve issues, how to solve this issue of poverty, especially in Pakistan. So everybody is we. I can hear voices emanating from all corners, though the power corridors are not very much concerned about our and the uh, agony of the masses, but the people who are, there, who can understand and feel the pain our society is suffering from, they are doing much about it. And it is not that one man can do the entire effort. It is that a cohort, a legion, a combination of people, groups, and put together and join together. People join together with a common goal, that to alleviate poverty, well, inshallah ta'ala, we'll be able to get it done, and we will be able to make our economy sustainable, and we make ourselves uh, self self-reliant and self-sufficient, that we can bear our expenses ourselves.
Okay. Um, so, what strategies do you believe will have the most significant impact on breaking this cycle of poverty in disadvantaged communities?
What strategies do you believe will have the most significant impact on breaking the cycle of poverty in disadvantaged communities? A very good question. I think the best strategy would be that we should emphasize on all media that every human being is equal. We should not discriminate between anyone. We should not marginalize minority. We should be treating everybody equally. And if all Pakistanis are united, and they start thinking that if uh, they are going to help their brother, their sustenance would not be restricted. What culture we have in our organizations in Pakistan is that once we see that that a colleague is getting a better reward of his efforts, the rest of the colleagues starts getting, jealous about it, and try to pull his leg, or try to create hazards in his way to get excellence, or get rewards. So, if this culture is uh, eliminated, and we all become united, and we after becoming united, we also start believing that we belong to Almighty Allah, and we are returning to Him, and what we should not desire for things extra vagantly. We should desire that much that is sufficient for us. We should not start, you know, hoarding things, or we should not be niggards. We should not be misers. We should not start storing things. If something is enough for us, anything which is surplus should be given to others, so that others could also live peacefully. We should remember the lessons given to us by the Prophet, peace be upon him, that if your neighbor is hungry and you are filling your tummy, Almighty Allah will put you in shackles, or you put you in, will not like your these deeds, and will be angry with you, will be annoyed with you. So we should try to become brothers and sisters all over Pakistan, and help get help from this digital world, and start putting effort, doing hard work with smart work, and should not indulge ourselves in uh, spending time for good for nothing issues. Like, we should leave all bad habits. Like, all the time our youth is listening to songs and watching movies. We are not left with time to do all this. Our youth should be worried how to take out this country from this economic turmoil and this economic disaster. Our youth should not be smoking cigarettes, or there is call of the prayer. I have to listen to this call of the prayer. Okay. Shukr, Alhamdulillah. I am saying that if we want to eradicate and get rid of poverty, we have to be treating everybody equally and believing on Almighty Allah and seeking help from Him in spreading education and becoming honest and try to do self catharsis of ourselves and try to be good with others and to others and live a balanced life.
Okay, so would you like to give the give the advice with our audience?
Yes, my advice is that there's no time left for things which are useless. This mobile is a gift of Almighty Allah. Do not abuse it. Do not use it for good for nothing. Watching movies, listening to songs all the time, and doing using it for bad practices will harm yourself, will harm you here and hereafter. And if you start using it for the correct use, make social media your business platform. Make social media your do blogging, do vlogging, do make your pages and learn how to do uh, how to make use of Canva, how to make use of Fiverr, how to make use of Upwork, how to make use of graphic designing. Learn how to be a good virtual assistant. Learn how to be a good speaker. Learn how to be a good content creator. So all whatever you can do and find there are hundreds and thousands of different fields with you can do freelancing, and that is how you'll be able to help yourself first, then your family, then your community, and then your country, and then the entire world. This is my message.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable time and come in my show and give more information.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Thank you very much for calling.